Other people dictate your future. Don't let them dictate your present. Don't let them dictate your dreams, your goals, your aspirations, your mindset, things you love, enjoy, care about, and hold close to you. Because once you start letting people dictate your life and your way of life, it's going to start to strip every little piece of you away until there's nothing left. There has to come a time where you're ready to rise above and you're ready to plant your feet on solid ground and say enough is enough. I'm done being walked all over. I'm done being used and manipulated. I'm done being underestimated, taken advantage of, feeling convenient for somebody because they're comfortable with you being there. They're comfortable with the way things have been, and they don't want change. Change is scary. Change is scary. But it could be beneficial also. But because it's so scary to some, more than it is to others, sometimes they don't realize that you're holding on to the life raft that's keeping you afloat. But what happens when that life raft starts to lose air and starts to sink under the water, and everything that you were comfortable with and content with, it fades away. And then the only thing you're left with is the thought of what was, the memory of what was, because you were too afraid to stand up on your own 2 feet, because they were afraid to stand up on their own without help. So now what they had is now just a shadow of what was, because they took so much of you that it drained you completely and there was nothing left to give. Because, like a vampire, they suck you dry of everything that is you. And then when there's no blood to feed off of, and that lifeline is no longer there, they're forced to sit with themselves and realize that they really took advantage of a really good thing, or a really good person. Or you give recognition to people that you don't know. Maybe you feel a sense of energy. Maybe there's something in them that you see that maybe they don't. And they look at you as a walking contradiction. When the real truth is, you love people. You love to see people smile, laugh, enjoy life, and just really live. Really, really live. Not live to survive. Fighting through each day you wake until there's no more days left. Struggling to be heard, to be seen, to be noticed, to be recognized. To be acknowledged. In one ear and out the other. Waste of energy. Waste of words. As it doesn't get through. It doesn't sink in. And then when you cause awareness and you bring the conversations up and you make aware of all these things that are off, they turn the narrative around to make you the main problem. You're an asshole or you're a bitch. You want everything to be about you. Boo-hoo, cry me a river. Nobody cares about your life, your stories. Those are people who are naive. They're self-consumed. They're so into themselves and into the narrative that consumes just them and everyone who is like them around them. And they tear people down. And they speak out of racism and say these words they shouldn't be saying. And they just make it all look like everybody's bad except for them. Everybody's wrong except for them. Everybody's stupid and retarded and everybody's a whore and a hoe except for them. Because they think they're so perfect. Then nobody else could come to them. Oh, ain't nobody got a body like me. That's a really good confidence builder. But yet at the same time, it's pretty egotistical. Because there's millions of people in this world. And where one might think they have a body of a goddess, there might be that other woman that they're going to come across that is stacked like 1999. Just, And it's going to make them wake up. Okay, well, even if they acknowledge there's gorgeous women in the world, great bodies. Just that phrase could come across in so many ways. Women could be like, what? And then they're starting to think, oh, you're into yourself, you're egotistical, you're this, you're that. Well, of course, one of my things is not caring about what other people think when it's negative, when it's in a negative manner or way. Because the only thing that you should care about what people think is all the positives. Nobody's perfect. I've plenty been a savage in my time. Raising hell, causing havoc, innocent stuff. Everybody does. or has. I'm not a saint. I speak from experience. But there's so many out there that are lost and confused, misdirected. Their mindsets have totally been warped, and they're trying to get their self back, get their sense of peace back from people who want to try and steal it away from them. Don't let people steal your peace. Prevail. Live your life to the fullest. And conquer it with flying colors. Because at the end of the day, the only one that's ever gonna have you, care about you, respect you, and appreciate you, well, darling, that's you. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate you, and you have a wonderful day. And I hope this helped you in some way. Because we all need to heal. But we all heal differently. Courage Haven, signing out. Until next time.